Hey, Magic friends, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. We've got an update to Commander Legends Battles for Baldur's Gate. That's right, we finally got some product pictures posted onto the website for Wizards, along with a few other things I'd like to go over with you guys about how they're going to play. They're actually going to have a pre release. What do you think about that? So, without further ado, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate all your help. The comments down below will feed that YouTube algorithm, and as always, if you've done everything you can, hit the links in my description for the Patreon page to help support the channel. Also, the eBay store where you can get great deals on all the box openings. And as always, there is my store email in case you want to reach out, maybe sponsor a video, or just have some questions answered personally from me. And I appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's get jiggy with it. So, you can see here, these are the Commander Legends, Dungeons and Dragons, Battles with Baldur's Gate. So this will be our set symbol. Kind of looks like, excuse me, a shield of some kind. That might be the symbol for Baldur's Gate. I don't know. I haven't played D&D for so long. God, it makes me sad and depressed. Anyway, so here are our set booster box. Looks pretty sweet. And then we have the set booster packs. I just love the fact that Boo is all over this. You gotta love your Boo, right? Anyway, here is the draft boosters. It's okay. Don't know who this is. Some of you guys with the lore might know a little better than me. Um, but that's what draft boosters look like. Again, same thing on the pack. I think the best thing about the set boosters, sorry, going back up on you, is you got Minsk and all the rest of them here, but the actual pack is just the legendary hamster. Anyway, gerbil, whatever. No, it's a hamster. And then we have collector boosters. Do 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 do. So here's what they look like. It's interesting that they've chosen a giant dragon for this. It makes me wonder if there might be a dragon chase card of some kind in here. Um, if there is, I hope it doesn't look like this. Nothing wrong with this art, but I'm just not really digging it. It's not my kind of style. Um, but I guess it is what it is. So moving right along. Here's the actual pack. Looks just like the box, pretty sure. And then you have the bundle. Again, it is the same as the set boosters with Minsk and Mabu getting jiggy with it. So that's the bundle box. Here's the pre-release kit, and I've got to say that is sexy. I like that dragon and that art. I might even show up to play one of these just for giggles. So as we go down here, you can see that they'll be available in many ways. Draft set, collector boosters, talks about the bundle. Pre-release pack containing 3 draft boosters in the pre-release pack, a year stamped foil rare mythic card, and a dungeon card, and a MTG Arena code card. We talked about the dungeon card before. We believe they're bringing out a brand new dungeon with Baldur's Gate, and that's going to be bomb. Hopefully not too bomb, because dungeons can get out of hand sometimes. So it's going to be a draft just like normal drafts that you're used to having before, or pre-releases. I'm sorry, and it's going to be fun. So how does the draft run? Well, let me tell you real quick. I'm just going to give you a quick skinny on it. Obviously, those guys who play Commander, or if you have never played Commander before, it's a kind of a mix of both, just to kind of make it work. But let you know. So what it's going to be is your draft will have 3 packs, just like the pre-release kit here says, and you have to build a deck of 60 cards minimum. You obviously can do more, but it's a minimum of 60. Inside that draft, you are allowed to, every time the pack passes, to draft 2 cards from every pack. That way, if there are partner legends in the same pack, you can draft both of them. And then you go through, and the reason for that also is, don't forget, guys, you're playing Commander. Draft your Commander, because the rules still apply. If you don't have a Commander in the colors that you're playing, you can't play those colors because you don't have a Commander. But to kind of fix that, in the previous Commander set, they had the Pied Piper, or whatever it's called, um, that lets you do pretty much anything. On the off chance you couldn't get a good Commander, I guess. I'm sure something like that would probably be back in this as well. It itself would probably be just reprinted, because I don't see them making a whole bunch of different cards like that, because that's just kind of a waste. Paying for extra art and everything. We just reprint the same card. But anyway, point being, also in the draft, unlike regular Commander, where you always have one of everything, you can play duplicates. The reason for that is, in their testing, it is a feel bad when you draft a whole bunch, forget what you drafted, then draft duplicate cards, and you can't play them both. So there is that. Now the is made to be large, so that no matter how much you draft, you don't get a lot of duplicates. So you might be lucky to get 2. Um, I mean, if you get more than 2, then more power to you. But The odds are slim, so keep that in mind. Now, that's how the pre-release is going to run, and that's how you basically do the set. Also, let me remind you of this. It's made to be for a group of people of various sizes and how it should be ran. I'm not saying your store will run it this way, but there's lots of ways to run it. But what should be happening is if you have 3 people or less, they suggest you just doing a sealed with 6 packs. But to do the draft, you need at least 4 people. Those 4 people can draft, or actually 4 to 5. They all draft, and then you play one giant group commander game. If you have 6, you should have a large group draft and then divide into two tables of 3 for your commander game. Anywhere from 6 to 8, you should do that and kind of divide it up evenly. And it would be something like that, probably at your local game store. Mind you, it's not really set in stone, but that's probably what's going to go down. So, with all that said, let's take a look at a few more things. We have the commander deck colors finally. That's right. For the commander decks that will be available to purchase with this product, we have Party Time, which is white and black for some reason. Okay, and then we have Mind Flayers, plural. So blue-black Mind Flayers is going to apparently be a thing. If you didn't watch my previous video, you'll know that from the Hive Brain or the Master Brain or whatever that giant floating brain was they advertised. Anyway, the red-blue is Draconic Descent, so there's your dragons for all you dragon lovers out there. And then red-green is Exit from Exile. I have no clue what that means. Because red and green don't exile stuff. Like, I expect this title to be up here because black and white exiles. And Party Time, normally is what happens in red-green. Maybe that's a typo. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. So as always, each deck's going to be 100 cards. And they will be out with this product. So when does the product come out, you may say? So right down here, we have a list of the key dates for Baldur's Gate. Debut and previews will begin May 16th, so we've only got a month and a half. Not too long, right? The card image gallery will be complete on May 23rd. Wow, they're going to go through that quick. That's like 7 days. The Commander previews will be right after that, May 24th and 25th. So that'll be the Commander decks. And the Commander card image gallery will be completed on 26th. The in-store pre-release events and sales will begin on June 3rd. That's actually pretty far out there. Worldwide release will be on June 10th. And the launch parties will be on June 10th to the 12th. So it's a little further out than I actually expected, with all this starting right now. So probably pre-ordering in, I would say, late May to get your stuff in June. So save that money up, boys and girls. If you ain't spent it all on Nuka Penny yet, time to start saving it up again for the next big thing. Ba-dum-bum. So, if you want to go to their site, they have a quick video here. They will talk everything about what you need to do. And then we have the Digital Beyond here. We talk about they will be putting the new Baldur's Gate Commander stuff on Arena. However, it's called Alchemy Horizons. Stop it. It's called Baldur's Gate. Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate will release in July, which is a whole month after the June release. It'll bring hundreds of new cards to MTG Arena and launching with everything you've come to expect with full set releases, including a set mastery, draft, gameplay modes, and more. The problem I have with this, so if you haven't watched my Alchemy video yet, why people don't like it, take a look. Now, with that said, some people do like Alchemy, but what it really does is Alchemy has changed Arena to make it a completely different card game than Paper Magic. Plus, again, I have a hard time buying digital items, especially when they have no resale value of any way, shape, or form. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't pay to buy a game, but how many times do you have to pay just to play it? Because these cards rotate out on a regular basis and are often not even usable in Standard. So anyway, go check that video out if you get a chance. It'll give you a little more detail about that. This is probably going to be cool for the people who like it, the small select few that you are. Appreciate you. And maybe at some grand scheme of maybe a year or so down the road, they'll actually have enough cards in the actual environment to make Commander a thing, real style Commander. But it will still be a different Commander because old cards won't be available. So, it is what it is, right? So if you go through here on here also, they'll show you all the pre-release cards that they've already exposed and we've already talked about. Here's the alternate art stuff. I'll show you real quick. Here's the Fireball we talked about in my preview video. Here is the alternate preview of Fireball. We're going to go back to the kind of D&D bordered frame that we had before, so that's kind of cool. Lightning bolt, I mean, it's not all that great, so the foiling will probably be just the red part will be foiled, but some people like it. It's not that bad. Um, Now, when we come to this stuff, like this full art ancient brass dragon, and even this book style ancient brass dragon, I like them both. I think they're very sexy. Um, just because it really brings you that D&D feel. I mean, these do too as well, but it's sometimes it's really hard to get your mind out of Magic. Now, when you see this, you think D&D. Here's the alternate art for Minsk and Boo, the Timeless Hero. Gotta love it. Gotta love your Boo, right? A little full art there is looking fantastic. Here we have the Wand of Wonder. We have the original art. We have the um, alternate art, and then we have the full alternate art. So if you haven't guessed, there's going to be a lot of these cards floating around. So, yeah. And then, oh yeah, here's the floating brain I was talking about. The Elder Brain, and then the full art Elder Brain, and then the full art Extreme Showcase Special Elder Brain. It's the brain of the brains, you could say. It's the brains behind the brains, behind the brains. Anyway, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I cannot say enough how much I appreciate letting you let me entertain. Well, we'll leave it on that because I don't know what I'm talking about. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.